Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Katanat Geological Survey of India Northeastern Region henne kasngi kalapalong yaka workshop halor kapang handholding of Northeastern States on auctioning of mineral blocks ha State Convention Center Shillong. Habakran hakane kasngi nakalyang usimbot kongsan uba BS Solia usketri DMG Meghalaya. Ula ay kublay kerpang yaka GSI. Kabalapalong kerpang yaka neka workshop. Hakabakum kajala kadon bun ki Marpoh Khyndew kum udoyong umotion bat kiway bat kajala kadairu kaway baki jala ki bapenmi ya udaw bilat ubabhatam hakari namar kajala kadon ya umotion ubabha ulaban rapru da kabaong bakajala Meghalaya kadai kajala kabaya ka Khyndew kasyiap lalong try daki briu shimet batru daki kur kasnong bat ki Hima bat kumba khandai 0.1% ka Khyndew ka hap hapo ka jingpet jong ka 6 schedule jong kari India kani ka jing bat Khyndew ha kajing pet jong ka GHADC, KHADC bat ka JHADC. Kajing bat Khyndew kadan la ka jong kajing kerpang ha ka ba ka Khyndew kum kapata bat dulir la itu da kini ki lai teli ki district council. Shu ulayatu baka jilla kadang ha kini ki khendiat por baladep kalayo ban a ya ki license ban ti ya ki Marpoh Khyndew bat kini ki balayo license ki de ban bu renti ya ki kendon ki balabu. Nakalyang u Director General ka GSI u Asit Saha habakran ha kanikasi ulapan pao ya kajing sngo komen ban yo sngo yaki khana ki bas sngo tanat na ki jilla bapher khamtam ki khana ki bas sngo tanat na ka jilla Meghalaya ulaban rap da ka baong baki geologist na ka jilla ki latre shitom ha kani ka kam Hynrei hadu menta kim patla ban auction kadaw kade baka jilla Meghalaya kadan la ka jong karukom ka Khyndew kade kadaw ba jong ka jing e omtang ha Meghalaya Hynrei habaro kawai kari wat ban wanra kinu ki kampen roi neki project ka Khyndew ka wanra jing e usaha ula benrap da ka baong baka dan ka jing e ka bangi ya kendu ban penbet ya kini ki jing e ngidan kam ban wat ya kilat kilenti ban penbet uloong balada ka dan ka khana ka basngau tanat wat la ka day tang ka wayru katno ka wanra ya ka jing kemen bat kan long ka jing mento ya ka jala ka than chate la mingi bat ya ka rihi baro ka way shu usaha ulaong baka GSI kaya le ya shibun ki project ha ki jilla ka than chate la mingi bat kidan ki por ki baki kam ki jongki kim shim la ban pen urlong shu ulaong baka jilla ka than chate la mingi kidan kam ban pen bet om tang ban ti ya ki Marpoh Khyndew Hynrei ban Pynneh Pynsha ru ya ka Mariang.
Will release the geological and mineral resource map of Arunachal Pradesh. Map of West Garo Hills District, Meghalaya.
Of which immediately after the inaugural function and that there is a cultural program of the Khasis, and today is actually a state holiday in East Khasi Hills and Marpoh district too. So a happy Shats of the same again to one and all. It's a joyful occasion, so we'll start off on that note. A few points have been prepared and for the subject in hand, yes, we acknowledge that our state, Meghalaya, of course, at this point, I don't have the materials, and rather I don't have to. With regards to the other states in the northeastern region, but I'll specifically just dwell on our state, Meghalaya. Before we start, I would like to congratulate the Geological Survey of India for having again organized this conclave, this workshop. Yes, we are rich in minerals. We have coal, limestone, quartz, feldspar, sillimanite, etc. And we produce one of the best cements in India because of the good quality of limestone. Mineral development, the state mining geology department has the Directorate of Mineral Resources to look after the administration and development of mines and minerals. And the exploration of minerals in the state carry out both the state and central agencies. Recently, some of the notified private exploration agencies have shown an interest in the exploration of critical minerals in the state with funding from the National Mineral Exploration Trust. The unique part of the state, as most of us are aware, is our unique land tenure system. Most of the land in the state, up to say 90, you can say 99%, 99.5% is under the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India. And this unique land tenure system where the land ownership is vested, the rights are vested with the people and communities of the people, the local people. And all, as per the Supreme Court judgment way back in 2019, both the surface and subsurface rights vest with the people. Administration of land rights fall under the 3 autonomous district councils, that is the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, Khas Hills District Autonomous Council, and the Jaiti Hills Autonomous District Councils. And land tenure system has its own unique way of recognizing the owner or the custodian of that land by ways of pata, duleras, etc. issued by the 3 district councils. With the implementation of the MMDR Act 1957 and the Auction Rule 2015, the state government had tried and found ways and means of auctioning of mineral blocks, which would be in line with the above land ownership rights by forming the joint working group with members from the GSI, the DMR, the district administrations, and the autonomous councils, and any concerned stakeholder. If auctioning has to take place, then the interest of the landowner needs to be considered, as nothing in the said rule speaks about the auctioning of mineral blocks where the surface and subsurface rights vest with a private individual. I suppose now is the correct day and the correct time to deliberate. I have with me who's from my team, Karmaulong. He's a senior geologist from the Directorate of Mineral Resources. He has vast experience and vast knowledge on this subject, and he was one of the key persons who's been, who started off with the formalities of the paperwork, the documentation of grantors, lessees, and when it comes to the auctioning of coal blocks. We have reached the stage of a couple of prospective licensings and mining licensing too. It was his work, and he has the procedures has followed, and we have another meeting on the 25th also, convened by the expert committee regarding the subject. For grant of prospecting licenses, mining licenses, license and leases on major minerals and coal in the state, that I have just told the House just now. And standard operating procedures are in place, and approval of mining plan for Schedule 1, Part A and Part C, minerals like coal and limestone respectively vests with the central government as per Section 5 in brackets 2B of MMDR Act 1957. The provisions of the Mines Act 1952 and the rules framed thereunder, MMDR Act 1957, MCDR 2017 and MCR 1960, and Coal Mines Conservation and Development Rules 1975 and the subsequent amendments need to be followed. At this point, I would like to also throw it to the House, and perhaps in the technical sessions later these issues can be addressed, whereby the unique land tenure system of ours many a times we run into roadblocks, literally and metaphorically, that if a particular block has to be auctioned off, following all due rules and procedures, but then, due to vested interests, somewhere or the other along the line, individuals, clans, villages can just, express their grievances, express their complaints, express their, objections. So we need to have a very detailed look into this matter. Of course, as a state, many issues, not just the issue of mining. In fact, if you know, recently, if you've been catching up on the news, the city of Shillong needs to revamp and to get another plot of land to establish a landfill from the Urban Affairs Department. It was just at the 11th hour. Land was already there. Public hearings have been held. Owners, villagers, nearby villages, the owners and everybody had come on board. They were ready to part with their land with all the terms and conditions and agreements in place. But at the 11th hour, vested interest and certain people, they raised objections, and that subject at that point had to be somewhat shelved, had to be scuttled, had to be put away for the moment. So these are the things that we'll use that as an example, as a learning example, so that we can get on board right from the beginning. Because I always believe that if we attempt to go forward with a project, all the procedures are laid down, and perhaps extra procedures too that calls for action on the ground needs to be taken, because we cannot jump procedures. We have to follow A. We have to invariably follow all the sections in A. It can be a capital A and small a in brackets, small b in brackets, C in bracket, etc. And then we can go ahead and reach point B, level B. We cannot go from point A to point C directly, and that will invite a lot of problems. That is the general gist that I'm throwing here, and perhaps you can delve in detail about that as the technical session approaches.
So things are not that bad. Things are actually becoming rosy day by day, and I would be very happy, in fact, why only me, all of us in this room would be very happy if this trend continues and we hear success stories from all the other states, and specifically from Meghalaya, because we are sitting in Meghalaya today and we are thinking of doing groundbreaking things in this sector. So our geologists and DMR Meghalaya, they have been painstakingly carving out blocks for auctioning, but so far we haven't been able to auction them. As you have learned from the earlier speaker, that there is a unique situation here in Meghalaya. I mean, land is always an issue in the country. It's not endemic to Meghalaya. Land is a very sensitive issue. Even for any project, infrastructure project, land becomes an issue. So, having a peculiarity here in Meghalaya is a challenge actually for us, and there has to be collective effort in solving this quagmire. We need to find out a mechanism whereby these peculiarities in this state can be tackled, and these huge resources of limestone waiting to be mined can be actually auctioned. And if we have at least one success story here, I think the ball will start rolling, and that would be a boon for this state and for the northeastern region and for the country as well. We in Geological Survey of India has been taking exploration projects every year in the country, and particularly in Northeast we have been taking 30 plus projects every year. We have a team of 400 people here in different states of the Northeast. So far we have given almost 36 blocks for auctioning, out of which, as I said, 7-8 blocks has been auctioned. Our pursuit of exploration is undaunted. We are venturing into areas which has been considered inaccessible some points. Not only we, actually the NPs are there, central agencies are there, PSUs are there. Everybody is trying hard to actually bolster this ecosystem. All these efforts ultimately will be considered successful only if, as per today's metrics, if we are able to auction them and all these potential areas ultimately become a mine, gets operationalized. But unless that is done, we as geologists, as explorers, we find that probably our effort is going down the drain. So news like blocks getting auctioned in Arunachal Pradesh, in Assam, actually rejuvenates us and gives us impetus to take more and more projects, more and more challenging projects. So it's a collective responsibility. We as Geological Survey of India, our domain stops with handing over of reports, either to the center or to the state. While auctioning, of course, we do play a role. We help you out in preparing certain documents, NITs, and all other problems if you face. If there are clarifications needed, we play. But we are not an active player over there. Most of the work is to be done by the state or the center, which is now auctioning critical minerals. There also, our team plays a big role. All said and done, no single individual or no single organization can say, okay, I can do everything, give it to me. It's not possible. Everybody has to come together. And then only we will be able to achieve this goal. There are a lot of hindrances, socio-political hindrances, geological issues, land issues. As he said, things which are about to materialize gets bungled up during the 11th hour. This type of setbacks will also happen. But we have to be steadfast in our approach, also known for its natural wonders, its pristine environment. In the zeal to pursue mining, we should not destroy this environment. We should not be taking some steps which will actually create an imbalance in this equilibrium which is there among the people, among the environment, among the natural resources. So challenge is twofold. We have to get things auctioned so that the mineral economy gets bolstered, but at the same time it has to be done without destroying the environment. That magic word of sustainability, that has to be practiced. So having said that, I see that there are a lot of programs which are interesting talks by many people waiting to be delivered to you. And at the end of these talks, I am sure there will be some lively discussions. And I'm very much hopeful that these discussions will lead to some takeaways, some meaningful outcomes, which will become the path, the food for thought for all of us. And we will be achieving our goal, the twofold goal which I have just spelled out.